Since a few years ago, Latin American states are trying to reorganize their chaotic and insecure public transport system. Chile created Trans-Santiago for its largest and capital city, Santiago. However, several problems and political disagreements modified the original ideas, and instead of a revolutionary change, it created a deep political and social crisis. Studies point several mistakes made by the people who designed and implemented Transantiago. Most of them indicate the lack of specialized infrastructure for public transport as the original sin. Transantiago was designed to work with 284 kilometers of exclusive corridor, but in the implementation day there were only 13 kilometers operating and 33 under construction. The government only built corridors that crosses industrial or peripheral areas, allowing them to avoid community and political interests. However, in 2007, it tried to build a corridor over one of the main city streets, Mata Avenue. Central authorities appealed to arguments related to the whole system to promote Mata's corridor. For example, through the avenue circulates 19 buses per hour, while Transantiago standards demand an exclusive corridor with 70 or more. But those arguments were useless. A group of storekeepers started a demand to preserve Mata Avenue and prevent the corridor's construction. Their business health was the main argument used against the corridor. But behind the central idea lies an explicit criticism to the corridor's design. In fact, the corridor will reorganize the street space with a generic design. Buses will flow through the middle lanes and cars will use lanes located on the edges. Consequently, bus stops will be located at the middle of the street instead of the traditional sidewalks. With the new design, pedestrians will move in central bus stops and will not have the necessity to use sidewalks. As a consequence, storekeepers will lose potential clients and pedestrians will not be able to see their products. Also, it will eliminate the space used as parking lots. Clients will not have the space to park and buy the goods. Therefore, storekeepers did not protest against the corridor itself. They protested against the design imposed by central authorities, which would interfere and modify their daily routines. After 5 months, the conflict ended when authorities canceled the project, establishing a precedent for future conflicts that will share similar timelines. Citizenship reaction after confusing announcement, followed by state resignation and not relevant changes on the streets. This way, between 2007 and today, central authorities announced new corridor at least 3 times. In every case, they used Matas Avenue strategy. That is, a strategy anchored in arguments related to the functioning of the whole system. Although central authorities' arguments did not show innovations, people's demands originated from the defense of their daily lives exhibit multiple changes. Through social networks, current demands involve now major communities and not only specialized groups. Additionally, politicians indifferent on Mata Avenue's conflict now use them as a means to get popularity. Hence, they do not start conflicts, they join them after citizens achieve public exposition. Current citizens' demand now includes subjects related to a specialized group, public service, exclusive corridors design, public space, green areas, trees, among others. For example, in one case, citizenship demanded central authorities to keep trees and green area. In the contrary case, they would not let the corridor's construction take place. However, citizenship shows more innovation. They defend their street with reference to another. They took other corridors built without significant inconvenience as the possible result. Thereby, they presented as a street destroyed by Transantiago. According to them, the exclusive corridor eliminated all the commercial stores and intense urban life of the street. The problem with it is that, in fact, the street never had commercial store or an intense urban life. Citizenship's opinion transformed Transantiago into a myth. Nowadays, Santiago has 93 kilometers of exclusive corridor, but all of them are located in peripheral or industrial areas again. The reason behind this are always the same: conflicts between the state and local communities. In all the cases, local communities have imposed their demands and achieved victories. It is possible to conclude that citizens demand easily get support from politicians and communities, since their demand central argument is the disruption of their daily life. A simple idea. Also, this is a conflict originated by Transantiago, a common enemy of all Santiago's residents. On the contrary, state arguments are hard to understand for common people because they use metropolitan arguments which are far away from their daily concerns. Consequently, Transantiago continues offering slow trips and pushes people to purchase cars to resolve their mobility issues. Transantiago creates a wicked cycle. Central authorities are unable to consolidate Transantiago's infrastructure. Transantiago provides a low-quality service. People get cars congest city streets. With congestion and without specialized infrastructure, Transantiago's trips are even slower. People are moving from public transport to cars. Apparently, the key to implement the necessary infrastructure is to include communities' daily concerns in the state's arguments. In a contrary case, local communities will always find a way to generate a simple but rational arguments and stop the problem.